Good day, classmates. My report is all about product management and product development strategy. Of course, I will start by defining what is product management and how products are developed and how they are strategized in order for these products to be in the market the longer as we want it to be. However, we have to look at the situation when a product at its uh, planning stage, how you gather data, how you develop it, and then how you introduce it, and how you would want it grow into maturity and avoid decline. But it's impossible because products are just like our life cycle when we have ups and downs too. But let me start defining what is product management and product development strategy. Okay, product management is an organizational life cycle function within a company dealing with the planning, forecasting, or marketing of a product or product at all stages of the product life cycle. The role consists of product development and product marketing, which are different yet complementary efforts with the objective of maximizing sales revenue, market share, and profit margin. So we have to remember in all businesses, the bottom line is always how to make profit. To some companies, it's not just profit, but to maintain an upswing increase of revenue, which is equivalent to something that will give you a better margin. When I say margin, it should be a positive net effect of uh, your costs. So, product management is always spearheaded by somebody who's knowledgeable, and we call it the product manager. It's often responsible for analyzing marketing conditions and defining features or function of a product. The role of product management spans many activities from strategic to tactical and varies based on the organizational structure of the company. Product management can be a function separate in its own or a member of marketing or engineering. So that is an introduction of uh, what product management and product development and who is a product manager. But the next slide is actually a short video, but since you're going to be viewing the slides on your own, you can as well have the luxury of really looking at the short video about a company who have maintained for centuries its stability in terms of how they manage their product, which is a work between the product manager, the owner, and one external agency that maintained the endorsement and advertisement so that the product, which is the so-called ladies' best friend, diamonds are girls' best friend, girls' guilty pleasure, the diamonds. So let me show you this video, unfortunately without the sound, but you can view it anyway now that everything is on record. How one company managed to stay on top in almost a century. It will show you how internal and external issues are managed well to have all of us believe in the lies about diamonds. Okay, so let me dissect. So this is the first case. Let me give you a dissection of how these diamonds by De Beers have been in our midst all through these years, maybe even before our birth. So, it is believed that diamonds are rare. So, if it is rare, it is equated with a cost that is very expensive. And although a lot of critical thinker belies the claim of its rarity, even today, it is still believed that diamond is expensive. And you too believe you have to be given by your loved one a diamond if they mean they really love you. Okay? It becomes a byword of those who will get engaged and be presented with diamond ring. So the video itself will show you what I mean about it being rare, expensive, and the language used to really project that it's really so expensive. And if you're given one diamond ring, that means your value is enormous and priceless to the one who's giving it. Okay, why a monopoly? Because De Beers monopolizes the mining. So it has the sole control of how many will be brought out for different outlets who sells diamond. So they have a control in short. If they control supply, they can dictate on the price, and that is the strategy they use to really maintain the rarity and the supposed gloriousness of diamonds. Okay, when it is rare, expensive, that means it's luxurious, right? So this is a work done by an advertising agency called NWAR, NWA, which came up with an advertisement that is shown in the video. Okay. In 1941, because of that advertisement that was done by NW, De Beers rake about 55% increase in their sales. And then they sustained it with another advertisement, which now becomes the Diamonds Forever. Okay, the Diamonds Forever. Diamond is priceless. Why do you think it's priceless? Okay, diamond is priceless because if you bring it to pawn shop, it doesn't have value. That's why you have to keep it, because it's priceless. So it's not supposed to be an investment. It's not supposed to be something you can say you can invest on. It is not something that you keep for future necessity to fund some needs later on. No more. Okay, in America, 3/4 of married couples are given diamond ring before the wedding. So, ibig sabihin, the engagement is always presented with a diamond ring, and 3/4 of American population believe in that. See? So, for 131 years, diamonds have remained to be what is called an engagement ring. Uh, you can see a lot of actors and actresses that presents uh, big carat of diamonds to their uh, partner, to their fiance, for them to really be told that they are really loved and they are priceless. Okay, let me leave that slides for the moment, that video for a moment. Anyway, there is part 2 of that, but let me proceed with the next slide. Okay, the business strategy. How do you strategize your business that produces a product so that it remains in the market and remains to be at its peak? Okay, let us have the basic of marketing. Product market investment decision. And then you have product market scope. With that, the functional areas like product price distribution. So these are basic that you can see and read on what they mean and what functionality they possess in the whole economics, in the whole marketing spectrum. Okay, let's proceed further. Now, the 4 P's is always coupled with the C's. Comparatively, considering the 4 P's, which were extensively discussed last time, if you think of the product, this should be something that will solve the problem of the consumers. Okay? This should be something that will solve the problem of the consumers so that you create a market for your product. If you are a product manager, you always offer a product that will solve the problem of your consumers so that they'll buy your product. You have created a market already. Okay? Then price. Think how is the capacity of the consumers to whom the solution to their problem is addressed. Now, who are you targeting that product for? Do they have capacity? Or how much can they afford? And then, place. When they need it, is it very accessible? Can they buy it? To where is always been frequented by this target consumers? Promotion. Who do you think have the credibility to really endorse and to be believed if your product is going to be advertised? You have to think of that also. If you're going to look at the C's that is attached to the 4 P's, these are what you call internal issues. So these are being talked about inside the confines of the board and other insider stakeholders and decision makers. What is important now is the other 4 C's. Of course, you have the external, the company, okay? And then the consumers, the supposed receiver of your solution to their problem, the channel, and then you have the competitor. This is one important regard if you're going to look at another case that all of you might be so aware of. Forever 21. What happened to Forever 21? Well, later on I'm going to show you and I'm going to share you what happened with Forever 21. But let's finish this one. Okay? And then let us have a view of the marketing process, the functional view. You have the 4 C's. You have to analyze customer, competitor, company, and channels. Then, to be followed by segmentation, targeting, positioning. And then 4 P's marketing plan. Product, price, promotion, and place. So, I need not elaborate much on these things because I know too well that previous reporters have presented their work very well, have presented and have given you so much already how important are these functionalities in marketing. Now, further, we have the 4C's analysis. Okay? Please look at your 4C's analysis: customer, competitor, company, and channel. So this slide is focused on that 4C's. Understanding customer value. When you say customer value, that means you're trying to give importance to your customer and providing solution to whatever they need. So that product, any product that can solve their problem, is something they will have a loyalty on. So they will keep on repeating, going back to you to buy your product. It's because it is something that have given a solution to their problem. Okay? And then creating customer value. In creating customer value, you understand them, you know their need, and therefore you should create a product for them. And you have to capture their fancy. It's not just enough that it will solve their problem, but what are other attributes that will add up to its function, that will add up to you trying to put some value to your consumers. Okay? And then, how are you going to deliver it to them? It comes in many forms. Would you want to give it to them in a box, round, square, triangle? We're already here talking about packaging. We are talking here of maybe accessibility, durability, okay, and sustaining customers' value. Okay, had you solved one of the problem and you were able to provide a good already, you have to sustain that by trying to add some more of what the product can offer. Okay? Sometimes the consumers don't even have it in mind. But since you offered it to them, that will perk up their interest again and discover what are those other functionalities that are added as an input or an innovation to the product that you previously offered to them. Okay? Now, understanding customer value, just like what I said a while ago, defined as the perceived worth in monetary units of the set of economic function, technical, and psychological benefits received by the customer in exchange for the price paid for a product offering, taking into consideration the available offering and prices. Okay, that's according to Anderson, Jane, and Chantagonta. Next, understanding customer value in terms of psychological, functional, and economic. So it becomes a triangle because it has to be balanced. It doesn't just satisfy psychologically. It doesn't just serve the purpose of of why it is bought, but it is affordable. Okay, there's that capability of it being bought because consumers have the capacity to buy it. Next is the way a product manager, or the way a product should be managed, and how should it be presented, how should it be packaged. Okay, there are some cues that is given to you. Don't sell me clothes. Sell me a sharp appearance, style, and attractiveness. So what are you buying in a clothes? It's not really the clothes, but what will happen to your appearance, the transformation, and how you will become very, very attractive to others. Okay, don't sell me a house. Sell me comfort, contentment, a good investment, and a pride of ownership. It's not just buying a house, right? But you are selling comfort, you are selling pride to a customer that will buy your product. Okay, don't sell me toys. Sell my children happy moments. So it's that happy moments in a child that is really being bought, not the toys. Just like saying, why do you buy makeup? Is it because of the makeup, or it is because the beauty that is attributed to having a makeup? Okay, so you're buying beauty. Don't sell me insurance. Sell me peace of mind and a great future for my family and me. Okay, don't sell me books. Sell me pleasant hours and profits of knowledge. Don't sell me computers. Sell me the pleasure and profits of the miracles of modern technology. That means don't sell me things. Sell me ideas, feelings, self-respect, home, life, and happiness. Yan ang ibenta mo sa consumer, hindi yung mga bagay-bagay. Successful differentiation strategy should be generate customers' value, provide perceived value, be difficult to copy. Mahirap na ngayon ang gumawa ng product na hindi nakokopya. But there is always something unique about your product that should not be copied. Okay? Growth strategy. Then, that is all about how you will present your product, present the market, new markets, market expansion. That is in the growth strategy, which is going to be explained further later. And then, now, this is the part 2 of the video I've shown you about diamond. What factor can we attribute the century-old success of De Beers, that's even defying the truth about its being rare and priceless? In summary, good product management is about delivering products that customer love. Okay? Product managers use logic, insight, and a degree of creativity in defining, developing, deploying, and maintaining these products. Product managers must guide and collaborate with other parts of the business and external stakeholders. Product managers have a duty to deliver financial benefits to their organization. So, I just don't know how much the Beers have paid NWA for that kind of culture they created out of diamonds. So if you're going to watch this second video, it will tell you that even with so much news already of critical thinkers that are saying diamonds are not really rare, but it is just a solid carbonized element that can be found in the bowels of the earth, yet it can cause, it can make or break a relationship. Okay, I can give you another case later on, but let me finish further the different slides in here so that okay, how do you think De Beers managed to stay afloat and have been in business for 131 years, with customers believing that diamonds really priceless, and for every relationship that a woman and man uh, have, it should be bound by a diamond ring. Okay, so you can watch the video on your own, but let me continue with the product classification of consumers product. So actually I made mention of only different products here: the convenience product, buy frequently and immediately, low price, mass advertising. Then you have a specialty product. These are a special purchase effort. High price, of course, unique characteristics, bright brand identification. There are very few purchase location. Is the diamond ring can be purchased in a small store? No, it has to be in a certified distributor for you to buy a guaranteed diamond ring. Okay, you have the shopping product, buy less frequently, higher price, fewer purchase location, comparison shop, like the clothing, cars, and appliances. Unsought products. So what are these unsought products? New innovations. Products consumers don't want to think about these products. Require much advertising and personal selling, like life insurance, blood donation, uh, buying of investment papers, so on and so forth. Okay, and then you have the product classification, the industrial products. Under the industrial products, you have the materials and parts. You have capital items, supplies, and services. What are the product attributes? Developing a product or service involves defining the benefit that it will offer, such as product quality, okay? Um, Ability of a product to perform its function includes level of consistency. Features help to differentiate the product from those of the competition. Product style, it's the process of designing a product style and function. Now, let's talk about the product classification, product line, and product mix. I think I have to leave this one because I truly believe that our previous reporter did justice to the explanation of uh, all these terms in our class. So let's proceed further with uh, some more of the product management, which wherein I'm going to tell you about the importance of a product life cycle. Just like what I said a while ago, product life cycle is just the life of a person. You have your ups and downs. Products always start with idea, argued out, uh, gathered data, brainstormed, and then agree on one thing. So they come up with a solid idea, and then they have to start doing it, then introduce, then let mature, and then avoid decline. But you can never avoid decline. Just like you, at one point in your life, you were just so happy. Then comes some receding happiness. Maybe a quarrel, a lover's quarrel at that, or sickness in the family. That is your recession. And then separation is always uh, equated with depression. And then when you start to look for uh, how beautiful life is with all the sunshines, with all the sunshine and its rays, with all the rainbow and its color, then you begin to pick up and recover. That should be the case of what a product life cycle is all about. So, it has a limited life. We have to agree on that. Product sales pass through distant stage, each posing different challenges, opportunities, and problems to the seller. Profit, Profits rise and fall at different stage of the product's life cycle. Products require different marketing, financial manufacturing, purchasing, and human resource strategies in each life cycle and stage. And the application of product life cycle concept can be described as product class, product form, brand, style, fashion, and fad. Okay, you have with it its different meaning. Now, what to expect and what are the strategies applied during different phases of the cycle? You have all the overall marketing, of course, that the product that your consumers always appear that are always aware that there is a product to try. Okay, increase market share, then maximize profit and reduce expenses. Then product strategy, limited models, just like what De Beers did to the supply of diamonds. They limited the supply and then introduce new models with new features that is under growth already. Then maturity, full model line, increase supplemental product, and then eliminate unprofitable model that is already the decline. In the pricing strategy, penetration pricing to establish a market presence or price scheming to recoup development costs. And then price fall due to competition. Price continue to fall, price to beat the competition. But there are certain products that that wouldn't want to really lower the price if it's to give value to its consumers, to its product. Let me share you about Lacoste. Lacoste don't give a discount that is more than 20%. So they come out with limited designs and style every issue, so that the different styles going to be not something that everybody can have. Okay, price stabilized at a low price. Then you have the distribution strategy, gradually roll out for product to expand availability, get wholesaler and retailers on board. That is what happened to Diamond Ring. That is what happened to De Beers. They choose come up with luxurious shops who can offer the product, which is now it cannot just be found in the ordinary market or ordinary boutiques. Intensify effort to expand, and then so on and so forth. There you have the promotion, advertising. Now Diamonds is being endorsed by so many A-lists actors and actresses. So who can say that Diamond is a hoax or a scam? Even if a lot of people say it, but when you say a lot of A-listers wearing it and making it as an engagement ring, then that now defy the mentality of the consumers, who is really psychologically engulfed with the uniqueness and the luxuriousness of the diamonds. Okay, next, in the developing stage, no sales revenue is expected. Naturally, components of the product concept you're there, consumer needs should be discerned before developing marketing strategy. It's all there also. And then you have the growth stage. What do you expect? Be ready for sustained growth, sales increases, rapid increases in profitability early in the growth stage that decreases in the end of the stage. Length depends on nature of products and competitive reaction. There are two strategies here, which is establish a strong defensible marketing position. Achieve financial effectiveness. Okay, and then the marketing strategy goal in this stage is to leverage the product's perceived differential advantage, establish a clear product and brand identity, create unique positioning, maintain control over product quality, maximize availability of the product, uh, maintain or enhance the product's profitability to partners, find the ideal balance between price and demand, keep an eye focused on the competition. Okay, sometimes that is what is being missed. With the second case that I'm going to give you later, which is Forever 21, you will know how fast it grown and how fast it failed. Maturity. Okay. Four general goals in this stage is that generate cash flow, hold market share, steal market share, increase share of customers. When you steal market share, you should know too well how your competitors fare in this particular market, uh, which is very much aligned to your product. Without you knowing uh, their market share, you will never know the strategy that you're going to apply on how to steal a percent of their market share. If you are introducing a new product, it's always good to target and steal only a portion of the market share of the competitor, which ideally is only about 2% of their target, of their real market. Increase share of customer. For options to achieve this goal, develop a new product image. So maybe you can change your endorser, find and attractive new users to the product, discover new applications for the product, apply new technology to the product. Okay, so these are layman's, very layman. Now this is decline. Okay, two options: attempt to postpone the decline, which unfortunately you can in a very short period of time, but in the long run you cannot be bypassed by a decline. You really have to pass through it, accept its inevitability, and set aside the product and find a new timing of having it to be reintroduced with added feature and other functionalities of the product. Factors to be considered during this stage: market segment potential, market position, the firm's price cost, the rate of market deterioration. Okay, let's go further. Problem using the product life cycle. Product life cycle concept can help in developing good marketing strategies for the different stages of product life cycle. However, some problem can arise. So what are these problems? Trouble identifying which stage of the PLC the product is in. Difficult to forecast the sales level, the length of each stage, and shape of the PLC. Strategy is both a cause and a result of the product's life cycle. Okay, let me share you the case of Forever 21. The rise and fall of Forever 21. What happened to, what led the brand's downfall and bankrupt? At its peak, Forever 21 made 4.4 billion revenue. Why? Forever 21 has filed for bankruptcy and will soon cease operation in 40 countries and close up to 350 stores globally. At its peak, the company made 4.4 billion in revenue and made its founders South Korean immigrants Jin Suk and Do Won Dong Chang billionaires. That's according to Forbes list of billionaires. The fast fashion chain grew quickly and cultivated a following by selling trendy clothing for low prices. What the husband and wife did here is that to scout for warehouse pull out sales. So they buy that in volumes. So they buy that, and then they come up with they rent some shops that are very very big in space to how would I say, to evade uh, the reality that what they're selling are mostly uh, mold pull-outs, and these are overruns. Okay, the company's filing for bankruptcy comes as e-commerce continues to rise during retail apocalypse for brick and mortar retailers. Okay, background. Forever was once among America's fastest growing fast fashion retail. It transformed its once penniless founders, uh, a hairdresser, and the hairdresser that is Jin Suk, and then the husband is a janitor, and through observation, they come up people going to malls, people going to shops are really into clothing business, apparel business. So they have about $11,000 to to start a business in the apparel. So what they did is to scout for cheap warehouse overrun mall pull out sales. So that made up the the materials or the products that they sell in a rented big spaces in America. Okay, highlights. Their system worked. The store made $700,000 in sales in its first year. Fashion 21 was initially only popular with LA's Korean American community, but the Changs leveraged their success, opening new stores every 6 months, which broadens the company's customer base at the same time. They also changed the name to Forever 21. So used to be Fashion 21. Now it is Forever 21 to emphasize the idea that it was for anyone who wants to be trendy, fresh, young in spirit. And then the company's key to success was simple: cultivate a huge following by selling trendy clothing for low price. Take note, low price, trendy clothing. Okay? While while this is something that today's consumers pretty much expect, Forever 21 was one of the first to do it. And they were the fastest. Okay? Next. Jin Suk was eventually approving over 400 designs a day. So, which means the company could sell trends as they were happening, even if some of those designs landed Forever 21 in trouble. But while other brands and designs might not have been Forever 21's biggest fan, consumers couldn't get enough of their affordable styles. With 400 choices with 400 designs that you can choose from, and that is every day. You can just imagine that in a week time there are how many designs that you can choose from, and it's cheap. So you're really going to make good in this kind of style and strategy. Okay. As a result, Forever 21 become one of the largest tenants of American malls, with 400 80 locations nationwide. And by 2015, business was booming. Forever 21 sales peaked with 4.4 billion in global sales that year. And then, as for the Changs, they become one of America's wealthiest couple with a combined net worth of reaching an estimated 5.9 billion in March of 2015. Remember, for the first year, they were able to have a revenue of about $700,000. But you have to remember also they all started only with about $11,000 only. Part of what made Forever 21's goal was to become an 8 billion company by 2017 and open 600 new stores in 3 years. But the company's aggressive expansion would also lead to its downfall. Part of what made Forever 21 popular in the first place was its fast fashion model. Even though its products were already mass-produced, they still felt unique because its stores only sold select styles for a limited time. However, as the company focused on growing bigger, its styles became more cookie-cutter. As a result, Forever 21 started to lose touch with its core consumers, while competitors like H&M and Zara rose. It also no longer the fastest in the game. Internet brands like Fashion Nova churn out celebrity and influencer inspired styles at a rapid fire pace. As a, and as e-commerce has continued to boom, traditional retailers like Forever 21 have struggled to adapt to changing consumers' behavior. According to March 2019 survey, millennials make 60% of their purchase online and overall prefer online shopping over going to a physical store. So that now become a predicament of Forever 21 with their rentals that occupies a big part of a mall. The overhead cost of their shops had gone beyond normal, and that's causing them already a lot of losses. Unfortunately, even when Sarah and H&M ventured already to cater to the 60% of the millennials' behavior of trying to be online, Forever 21, however, opted to open some more stores as big as the others. So, in 2016, even expanding existing stores to take over multiple floors with men's, children's, and home goods section, which could help explain why Forever 21 sales are estimated to have dropped by 20% to 25% in 2018. So, they just don't cater anymore to the core customers or the loyal customers, which are millennials. They mixed it with men's, children, and home goods section. On top of that, the Changs still own the company have lost more than 4 billion from their personal worth. Company overall is now $500 million in debt and consider filing for bankruptcy. Okay, the question now is, what had caused the downfall of Forever 21? How should bankruptcy be defined? Doesn't always mean the end of the company. But in fact, it could give Forever 21 time to restructure, but it's too late. They used to be number one retail in terms of millennial clothing, fast fashion, but H&M and Zara have overtaken the position of Forever 21, who are who are keen on really looking at the trends outside. That is one area where Forever 21 needs to consider. When a lot of its consumers are shifting or changing behavior from having to go to their shop face to face or in person and choose to be doing their shopping online, Forever 21 ignored it, and so it goes to their bankruptcy. So what's the hope now of Forever 21 as it continues to close its least profitable stores and try to rebrand itself? But in an age of cheap internet boutiques and fast fashion empires, this might not be enough. I think in the Philippines, Forever 21 shop in MOA is not yet closed, and so we can attribute that to still a lot of millennials trying to really look at the environment, the shopping environment, as something different from the millennials uh, around the world. Okay, what's in store? So it turns out Forever 21 might not be forever after all. With that, uh, let me close this one, but continue with our report. But continue with the report about what to expect, the life cycle, the growth stage you have there already. Blind. So what had caused the downfall again of Forever 21? Let me go back. Blind belief of luck, approving 400 designs daily, deaf and blind with external market trends, ignorance of proprietary rights, laws and regulation, because they have a lot of cases already that was filed by other brands, because they start to copy and mimic the designs of these brands. Overconfidence in its followers, and then passive assessment of trends, and then financial miscalculation. So I hope that with that report you were able to pick something from it, and this has been your classmates saying thank you for listening, and I hope you can watch the video that's attached to the PowerPoint. But it's not yet over though, because there's still this topic about new product development process. Well, it always starts with idea, just like what I said, and then gather some more ideas, conceptualize it, how it is to be introduced, what are the features that are awaiting after its introduction, in its growth stage, what innovation is there to introduce, to include, and so on and so forth. Why do product fails? That is the most important question, I think, of this report. With the lessons that we learned from the beers, the diamond as a scam, and then with Forever 21, why do you think that product fails? Okay, over championing. Is that for Forever 21 or De Beers? Forever 21. Okay? Overestimated demand. Still Forever 21. For designs, still Forever 21. For marketing execution, still that is the problem of Forever 21. High development costs. I think this is something that is well, if you're going to consider the rentals that they have been they have been absorbing, that could be something that should be looked at. Strong competitive reaction. So those are some of the reasons why a product failed. Now, challenges in new product development: idea shortage, fragmented markets. You have social and government constraints, the cost, capital shortage, need for speed, shorter product life cycle. And this has been your classmate saying thank you for listening.